No, give up. You'll never be like Messi, you fucking pleb. Okay. Can DJ be like Messi and obtain GOAT status in Resident Evil Code Veronica? No. No, twin. Sorry, that ain't happening. Do we play the dark soul? Me win the docs. She codes on my Veronica until I what you mean by that? What you mean by that? Song requests are back up, by the way. Just letting y'all know. Song requests are up. Turn that down a little bit. Okay. Oh man, let's do this again. I used all my brain cell. Can't find a fitting end to this joke. Will do. She code on my Veronica to like Claire in her red field. To like Chris in her red field. Hey yo. No. No. That one's not okay. The implication is that, you know, you parted the Red Sea.
Go on. Get out of here. This place is finished. I don't
Which, if you know what that means, you're a fucking degenerate.
But in any case, this business has been taken over. Troops
What are you saying?
You're free to leave the...
Alright. Type of shit Chris says to Leon, so he fucks Clay. Chris doing literally anything to get Leon to sleep with Claire. Literally anything. He's like, dog, please, I need this. You gotta keep the bloodline alive, Leon. There's literally no one else. Steve's dead, okay. Carlos is into Jill. And I'm pretty sure, like, he's gone. You know, he's the type of girl, he's the type of guy, he's like, I'm sorry, Jill. My heart belongs to someone else. Or some shit like that. So, can't be Carlos. Let's see. Chris is her brother, obviously. Wesker's evil. It's gotta be Leon. He's the only one left. Wesker goons to Rebecca, so exactly, that's the other thing. Like, he's not even into Claire. It's gotten to the point where I think I can do that little run there consistently. It's time for Steve! I guess Hunk, if he wasn't evil anyway. What I hate about Hunk is... This is why I don't like about Hunk and Brad. So Brad is portrayed as a coward. And in Resident Evil 3 remake, they tried to make it to where he kind of like put himself in the way of Nemesis so Jill could escape. So he wasn't really a coward in the remake. He was more of like a last-minute hero who gave his life. That being said, I don't like that. Why can't we just leave him as the coward he was portrayed to be? Why, like, that's some woke ass, like, millennial writing right there. Like, oh no, we need to make him a good guy. It's like, okay, it's so weird. They do the same thing with Hunk. They try to make Hunk like a sympathetic character in the remake, and it's so weird. It's just weird. I mean, these are evil. Like, Brad's a coward. Hunk works for an evil corporation, and he's portrayed as genuinely just a dog of Umbrella. So I don't understand. Hunk was holding Claire freakily in the Veronica remake, though. Was that Hunk? Hunk's not in this game.
Hey, wait up.
But he's in the lore of this game, interestingly enough.
I don't want you following me, lady. You'll only slow me down.
Steve! He is technically in lore. Yeah, he is technically in the lore. You find a report of his. So I could be... So they added him for fan service, I guess. Yeah, because that's what the remake needs. More fan service. Gosh. Really worried for that remake. By the way, Hunk is still a dog. Oh, okay. Fuck. I got bad. He's just nice for the sake of surviving sometimes. Okay. The Brad one, however, that is unforgivable. Like, the other thing too is, like, realistically speaking, right? He's still working for Umbrella to this day, so fair enough. What I would say is that, like, the thing with Brad is, like, it's very realistic that there's gonna be people who can't handle the pressure. Not everybody's gonna be Claire, Leon, and Chris who just take this on like it's a Tuesday. Some people are gonna be like Brad, who are just want to run away and can't handle their flight or fight response. You know what I mean? So I just don't understand, like, why there's this need to have, like, this modern revisionism. Oh no, Brad was actually a good guy. It's like, it sounds like someone at Capcom had a theory growing up. It was like, well, maybe Brad was actually a good guy. Claire is a high school girl, so soloing Birkins. True. Yeah, not everybody's gonna be like these monstrous gods who literally, like, shit bullets for breakfast. That is pretty funny. Claire did solo Birkins as a high schooler. She was like 16, right? I like to imagine that, well, is Claire a STARS member? No, just Jill. I like to imagine that, like, Claire and Chris's dad was probably like a veteran or special forces agent, right? And he's just, like, been training his kids since they were born. And so Claire's just like, look, I might not be a STARS agent, but I could kick any one of y'all's ass. Besides my brother, of course. Except for the sole exception of Gojo Satoru. Speaking of which, who the F was, like, their dad? 'Cause, like... Chris with his shotgun arms. Exactly. Probably hits as hard as Mr. X. True. If he can punch that boulder, he can punch through that drywall in Resident Evil 2. That's all I'm saying. You're right. I always. I'll try to knife this dude. Stab. Ooh. That's fine, actually. I don't think I need to kill him. I always. Fist is able to go through human skulls, so yeah. Yeah, look, he's punching through that drywall like Mr. X. Oh, yeah. Look, we should reskin. I need to find a mod that reskins Chris as reskins Mr. X as Chris. I think that would be actually peen. I didn't get the guns. Do I need them? I'll have to get the PC version, but I'd be so down for that. And every time he busts through the wall, we play the oh yeah sound. I will say though, you could probably do it on RE5 probably. I don't even think it would be that hard. We just have to switch Chris's model out for Mr. X. Like, I think we could do that on our own, to be honest. Where's the gun? There it is. Okay, so I'm going to do this run a little bit differently, because I think I know what I need to be using my guts on a little bit better. And one of the things is, for dual wield shots, I'm going to be using really only for a couple enemies. It'll be lore accurate too, because Chris does snap necks and uppercut combos in that game. My God. My God. It's absurd. I want Ethan era Chris, who's just actually turned into the Hulk. He's actually just a prime bodybuilder. Bro, Resident Evil 5, you gotta let me play Chris. I need this. I'm gonna try. I don't know, Lulu. I kind of want to play Chris too, buddy. Who are all the characters I can play as in RE5? I don't mind playing as Jill, if I can play as Jill. Or is it just Claire? Chris and Shiva. I want to play as Jill. We could cheat the game to make it Jill, I think. Okay, cool. Which is I want to mod it. I want to mod in Jill, like IDK with Rebecca. Bet. I want to mod in Jill. Jill punched that boulder. Rebecca punched that boulder. Wesker punched that boulder. Ashley punches the boulder. That's one of my favorite memes. Is how many people technically punch the boulder because of the mods. Because essentially there's an online mode on RE5 and you could pick more characters. Oh, okay. I think Jill was in there so you can have actual... Okay, cool. I can finally be Jill Sandwich. The Jill Sandwich I was always meant to be. The only thing that is Jill's face will be frozen in cutscenes. Just perturbing. That's a word I haven't heard in a while. BOW gas rounds. My favorite thing about the BOW gas rounds, it's just cutscenes in game. She should be fine. You can even properly emote. She has her special kick moves and shit. I like the idea that Steve has just been here clickety-clacketing away. So if you don't pull up on him, he's just like, I wonder what else is out here, you know? Bro, they were hating on Steve. Steve dying is genuinely a sad, like, genuinely really sad. I think they did a unironically great job with this character. Because in real life, someone with that type of background would be cringe. I mean, they're not going to be a sane person that is relatable. If your dad gets in debt with Umbrella and your mom is killed, like execution mafia style killed, and you and your dad get sold into Umbrella slavery, yeah, you're gonna be a cringe fucking loser who doesn't know anything, right? I think they did a good job with that. His voice actor sucks, though. I think that's the biggest thing. I think his writing is okay. It's just his voice actor is so bad. Like, it sucks. Ass. Such a cheeks voice actor. Let me tell you. They chose the worst possible person. But I think his death actually hits because you spend a lot of time with him. And he does actually have a pretty decent arc because the entire game, Claire is constantly having to save him. And in the final moment, it's Steve who's able to save Claire. Unfortunately, it causes him to die, and, you know, he didn't really have a chance, but he is able to save Claire. And it's also really sad because, like, I thought that motherfucker was gonna live. That's what got me, is I didn't think he was gonna die. And then it's just like, oh shit, Steve's dead. Like, he died. Fuck. You know? I can't meme on him anymore. Okay, so there's Chris, Shiva, Jill, Wesker, Barry, Burton, and Rebecca. The rest are RE5 characters. Cool. Who's Shiva? Is Shiva just the RE5 character? Shiva is the RE5 co-op. Yeah, so she's just the RE5 lady. And then, in a really good line of dialogue, I think is actually one of my favorite moments in the entire series. Whenever, because Chris learns about Steve, and whenever Steve dies and Chris finds Rebecca, I love that interaction. I don't know why they made Barry fucking playable. That is kind of funny. whenever Steve dies, Claire gets captured again, and Chris goes to find her. And Rebecca, who just either flamethrowers or zombies or pepper sprays them. Pepper spraying zombies is so funny. Claire is sobbing uncontrollably, and he's like, hey, where's Steve? And while she's sobbing, she's just like, Steve, he can't say the words and just continues crying. And Chris understands immediately, like, oh shit, he's dead. That's pretty good. Like, that's good stuff. Like, that really, like 13 hours into a shitty video game. I'll take some Zaw. Like, I will. Jill in RE5 is so bad, bro. Bad as in baddie, or bad as in her mechanics suck ass? Wesker had a vision, let's say. What do you mean? What does that mean?